Have you ever woken up feeling like you're drifting, like a ship without a compass in an endless sea? Like no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, you just can't find your direction? If that's you, you're not alone. But here's the truth few tell you. Feeling lost isn't a sign you're broken, it's a signal, a message. And understanding why you feel lost is the first step toward finding your true path. Welcome to the Modern Stoic. Today we're going to explore the real reasons behind that restless feeling, the feeling of being lost, and how the ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers timeless answers you can apply today. If you want more content that empowers your mind and spirit, please hit like and subscribe. It really helps us reach more seekers just like you. Feeling lost isn't a new problem. Human beings have wrestled with this for thousands of years. The great Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, knew well the turmoil of uncertainty and disorientation. But here's what they understood. Feeling lost often comes from a misunderstanding of what's truly within our control. In modern life, we're bombarded with endless choices, social comparisons, and the pressure to have it all figured out. Social media shows curated versions of others' lives, and suddenly, we're left wondering, why doesn't my life look like that? Imagine scrolling through Instagram, seeing a friend's seemingly perfect career, travel adventures, and social life. Meanwhile, you feel stuck, anxious, or aimless. That contrast is a perfect storm for feeling lost. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us in Meditations, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. One of the core Stoic ideas is the dichotomy of control. Some things are up to us, our thoughts, our judgments, our actions. Others are not, other people's opinions, the economy, or the weather. Feeling lost often happens because we try to control the uncontrollable. We want certainty in an uncertain world. We want to control outcomes we have no power over, and that breeds frustration and disillusionment. Imagine a young professional, Emma, obsessing over her job title and salary. Every day she compares herself to colleagues and fears rejection. She feels lost, thinking, if only I had the perfect role, I'd feel secure. But she can't control the company's decisions or the economy. Stoicism teaches Emma to shift focus. What can she control? Her effort, attitude, and skills. By focusing there, she begins to reclaim her peace, even amid uncertainty. Feeling lost also comes from seeking identity in external validation, likes, compliments, titles, possessions. But these are fleeting and fragile. Epictetus warns, it's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. When your sense of self depends on external approval, you become like a leaf blown by every wind. One day applause, the next silence or criticism. Start cultivating an internal compass. Daily reflection, journaling, or meditation can help. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be? Rather than, what do others think of me? Modern culture often promises comfort and certainty. Yet the Stoics embrace discomfort as the path to growth. Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Feeling lost can be uncomfortable, but it signals an opportunity to question, to learn, to redefine yourself. When Stoics faced exile, loss, or illness, they focused on accepting the situation and working with what they had. You can apply this by viewing your confusion as a chance to reflect on what matters most. If this is resonating, take a moment now to like this video and share it with someone who might be feeling lost too. Together, we can bring more light to uncertainty. What anchors you? What gives your life meaning? According to Stoicism, purpose is found through virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Rather than chasing external rewards, focus on living according to these values. This alignment gives a deep sense of direction, even when the world feels chaotic. Consider Marcus Aurelius himself, emperor facing wars and plague, yet committed to living virtuously. He didn't have all the answers, but lived with integrity. That gave him peace. Here are actionable Stoic practices you can start now. Morning reflection. Set your intention for the day, focusing on what you can control. Negative visualization. Imagine challenges or losses to prepare emotionally and appreciate what you have. Journaling. Write down your thoughts, focusing on your reactions rather than external events. Mindful pause. When anxiety or confusion arise, pause and ask, is this within my control? Feeling lost is not a failure. It's part of the human experience, amplified by our fast-paced, hyper-connected world. What if I told you that this feeling of being lost isn't a random event, but a predictable outcome of how you think about yourself, your failures, and your future? The silent saboteur, your inner critic. The ancient Stoics, including Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, understood the power of the mind. They believed that the key to inner peace and freedom lay in controlling our thoughts and judgments. This is crucial because most of the suffering we experience doesn't come from external events, but from how we interpret those events and how we talk to ourselves about them. Feeling lost often happens when we internalize the voice of our inner critic, an automatic thought process that tells us we're not good enough, capable enough, or deserving of success. It's that voice in your head that says, you'll never be successful. You're not as good as others. You don't have what it takes. Think of a time when you faced failure. Maybe you didn't get the promotion you worked hard for, or a project didn't go as planned. What was your first reaction? Did you think, I'm just not cut out for this? That voice in your head? That's the silent saboteur. It plants seeds of doubt and convinces you that failure is a reflection of who you are. But here's the thing, that voice isn't your truth. It's just an opinion, one that can be challenged and redefined. How the Stoics dealt with the inner critic. Epictetus, one of the leading Stoic philosophers, famously said, "We are disturbed not by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens." This profound insight teaches us that it's not the events themselves that make us feel lost or defeated. It's the way we interpret those events. The Stoics understood that we have the power to choose how we respond to situations. We might not be able to control external outcomes, but we can control how we perceive them, and more importantly, how we respond. The Stoics taught that suffering often arises from emotional reactions that stem from distorted thinking. Imagine a person, let's call him Jake, who's just been laid off from his job. He could easily fall into the trap of his inner critic, thinking, "This is the end of my career. I'll never find another job. I've failed." The saboteur's voice is loud, powerful, and convincing. But the Stoic approach is different. Jake would take a step back, acknowledge his emotions, but then separate himself from the judgment. He could ask, and what can I learn from this? What's in my control? Instead of falling into despair, Jake would refocus his energy on practical steps, updating his resume, reflecting on his skills, learning from past experiences. That shift in perspective doesn't mean Jake is free from discomfort, but it allows him to navigate through it without the overwhelming power of self-doubt and fear. The power of reframing, turning setbacks into opportunities. In Stoic thought, reframing is a critical technique. This is the practice of altering the way we view a situation to gain a clearer, more empowering perspective. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, Stoics reframe them as opportunities for growth. Reframing is a tool that helps us challenge the inner saboteur. It allows us to view setbacks not as failures, but as lessons. The next time you feel overwhelmed or discouraged, try reframing your thoughts. For example, if you didn't get that promotion, don't think, "I'm a failure and I'll never make it." Instead think, "This is an opportunity to learn what I can improve, to become even better, and to explore new paths that align with my purpose." Think of Maya, who was passed over for a promotion she had worked hard for. Her first reaction was to feel rejected and undervalued. But after taking some time to reflect, Maya reframed the situation. She realized that this was a chance to gain new skills, perhaps in a different area, and that the promotion wasn't the only path to success. By reframing the situation, Maya reclaimed her agency and focused on what she could do next, rather than letting the setback define her. Breaking free from the silent saboteur. Practical Stoic tools. Now that we understand the nature of the inner critic, how do we break free from it? Here are 3 powerful Stoic tools that can help you silence that saboteur and start taking control of your thoughts and life. Tool number 1, Cognitive distancing. Cognitive distancing is a Stoic practice that involves stepping back from your thoughts and emotions to observe them as they are, without judgment. It's the ability to recognize that your thoughts, no matter how loud or persistent, don't define you. When your inner critic says, "You're not good enough for this," you can distance yourself by thinking, "That's just a thought. It's not reality. It's just a passing judgment." By doing so, you create space between you and the thought, allowing you to choose your response instead of being controlled by it. Tool number 2, practicing negative visualization. Negative visualization is the Stoic practice of imagining worst-case scenarios. While this may sound strange, it helps you prepare for the unexpected and increases your appreciation for what you have in the present. Practical advice. Each day, take a few moments to imagine a potential loss, maybe a job, a relationship, or even your health. This mental exercise allows you to be more grateful for the present, and it prepares you emotionally to handle setbacks without feeling overwhelmed by them. Tool number 3, the dichotomy of control. This is one of the most essential Stoic tools for finding peace of mind. The dichotomy of control is the practice of recognizing what is within our control and what is not. The things we cannot control, other people's actions, external events, the past, are not worth our energy. What we can control are our actions, our thoughts, and our responses. Whenever you feel lost or overwhelmed, pause and ask yourself, what is within my control? What can I influence right now? By focusing on the things you can control, you release the pressure of trying to fix everything outside your reach. If these Stoic practices are starting to resonate with you, please take a moment to like this video and share it with someone who might benefit from this wisdom. Let's empower others to silence their inner saboteurs and find their true path. The path forward. Rebuilding your sense of purpose. Rebuilding your sense of purpose starts with recognizing that feeling lost is a natural part of the human experience. It's not something to fear, but rather an opportunity to reconnect with what truly matters to you. Stoicism teaches us that purpose isn't something external. It's something internal. It's found in how we live according to our values. Think of Sarah, who felt lost after losing her job. For a while, she felt hopeless. But instead of letting her circumstances define her, Sarah began to explore what truly mattered to her: connection, growth, and creativity. She began volunteering, pursuing personal projects, and honing new skills. Through this, she discovered a sense of purpose that didn't rely on her job title or paycheck. Final thoughts. The Stoic secret to finding your way. Ultimately, the secret to finding your way when you feel lost is not about perfection or external success. It's about aligning your life with your values, focusing on what you can control, and developing resilience in the face of setbacks. The Stoics understood that true peace and fulfillment come from within, not from external achievements or validation. By mastering the tools of reframing, cognitive distancing, and the dichotomy of control, you reclaim your agency and break free from the inner critic. Feeling lost is not permanent, it's a phase. And with the right mindset and practices, you can move from feeling lost to living with clarity and purpose. If you found these Stoic strategies helpful, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to The Modern Stoic. Together, let's break free from the inner critic and find lasting clarity and peace. Until next time, remember, you are not lost. You're simply on your way.